Hey guys, I thought I'd do a little reviews for things that I've watched lately. So I thought maybe should I do it all at once or should I do it in separate videos? That's a lot of videos to upload, so I don't think I want to do that. So I'm going to go over this. Obviously, firstly, I'll talk about Cobra Kai. As you know, I wear this hat like all the time. It's funny, we were on vacation and like every picture that we took, I'm wearing this damn hat. It's like, take the hat off, Adam. This is what my hair looks like. So there you go. I'll take the hat off for now. Anyway, so yeah, Cobra Kai season 5 came out a couple weeks ago. Awesome. Let me just say how much I love this show. In case you couldn't tell with all the merchandise, it would be like I would love to meet this entire cast, like at a Comic Con or something like that, like and get the picture taken because it's just for me. I said Karate Kid, even the whole Karate Kid series, it's goofy as hell. I fully admit that, and that's what I love about it. And it's just like I always knew, like even in the back of my mind after Karate Kid 3 was done and the next Karate Kid came out and all that stuff. Like I knew that if they ever did something with it again, like I'm like, man, I'm all in. And I always like thought like it'd be cool if they brought Johnny back. Like I always liked Johnny, he was good. I always loved Kreese, he was freaking great. Terry Silver was hilarious, and of course Daniel, and of course Miyagi, before unfortunately Pat Morita passed. But like and then I remember when that reboot came out, and I was just like, because one, it was Jaden Smith, and it's just like you're just here because of nepotism, dude, and it's like, uh, and you're not a very good actor yet. I'm not saying he couldn't be a good actor someday. I just feel like he was shoved in there, and you know, Will Smith is a very charismatic actor and a good actor. Jaden Smith does not quite have it yet. Now he might get there if he really focused on it and really wanted. I think he could probably be very good. Um, but like I think there's just other there's better second generation, third generation actors out there. Let's just say that much. Um, that's okay. It's nothing personally against him. And Jackie Chan was good in the movie. I'll say that. I did see the movie eventually on video. It wasn't terrible. There was a lot of scenes that were very reminiscent of the scenes from Karate Kid, though. Like I'm like, well, that's kind of a sort. It was set in China, but it was sort of like very similar scenes. Like, why would you just do a? So it wasn't fully a shot for shot remake, but it was kind of like similar thing. And the bullies in it, like they were definitely evil, but the leader of the bullies kept cracking his voice like he was going through puberty or something like that. Which he can't help that. But it was just like kind of didn't make him as intimidating to me because like I will threaten you, I'm gonna beat you up. So kind of took away from it. But plus the big thing is he was learning kung fu. Hollywood, kung fu and karate are two different things. They are not the same freaking martial arts skill. That's why there's a thing called mixed martial arts, because there's a lot of different martial arts out there. There's a lot. Okay. So if you're gonna do one, I know you're going for the name value of Karate Kid made money, but like it's a different art style, guys. Just and they got like the potential new movie coming out, and they're just like the same fucking thing. Oh, he's teaching someone kung fu. No, then call it the Kung Fu Kid or call it Kung Fu. I guess it's already taken, but like something like that. Why would you just like not? Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, for Cobra Kai though, when that came out, and like I said I'm not gonna go through every season and all that. Um, and it came out on YouTube. I even got YouTube Red. I was one of the fools who actually got YouTube Red, but like it was just like I thought it would be goofy. I thought, oh, it might suck. It might last one season, whatever. I had no idea it would be such a phenomenon that it has become, and then gone to Netflix and become a bigger phenomenon, so more people saw it. But like I knew, like from the instant I watched, I'm like, this is great. Now yeah, maybe originally that's not how Johnny's character would have ended up, but you know what? It was fun, and it was so great. Because Johnny was there. You had Daniel there. And then you had new characters like Miguel and Robbie and Samantha and all that. And it's just like, and you got more new characters like Hawk and all that. And it's like, and there's just, and then Kreese comes back in. And I remember being like almost shocked. He was like, oh, John Kreese is dead. I'm like, no. And then he shows up at the end. I'm like, okay. It was a swerve. Good. They didn't want to give it away that he was going to come in. And credit to the creators for like, really fleshing out some of these characters, fleshing out Terry Silver, fleshing out Mike Barnes a bit more, fleshing out Chosen, fleshing out, Kreese. It's like it's just like it's so much fun. The show is just fun. Like, and it's one of those things like I like. It's one of those things like, oh, I just want to take my time and watch one episode or something like that. And I can't. It's one of those shows that, like, I just get, oh, next episode, oh, next episode, oh, next episode, because they're half an hour, so it's like they go by quick anyway. But like every season, man, is like the emotions. You know, you get the emotions. Sometimes you're laughing. Sometimes you're like, whoa, the badass fight. Sometimes it's like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. But like, and what a great. Seriously, if Hollywood wants to follow a template of how to adapt something and move things forward in a thing, watch fucking Cobra Kai. Because not only do they flesh out the older characters, but you get these new characters that you actually like. Because unlike in other properties, you're not shitting on the original characters and being like, get out of the way, I'm better than you at this, and I don't need to actually learn anything. I'll just, hero's journey, guys, not a hard thing to do. But like, that's the, it just drives me nuts when people do that. But like, seriously, they've got characters that are likable across the fucking board. The fights are fun. It's like, people can say it's goofy. People can say the choreography is not the best fight. Yeah, it's not John Wick, but like, it's fine. Yeah, sometimes it gets ridiculous, but you know what? If you look at the Karate Kid movies, they get ridiculous. Some of that stuff would not happen in real life. I totally understand that. It's like, come on. It's like my dad said with the first Karate tournament. He's like, the guy shoving him, he would have been disqualified right there. They're not allowed to trash talk each other. They're not allowed, So yeah, I get it. It's entertainment. It's silly. It's fun. So like I said, every season I have liked. The way this one ended, I won't, like I said, I'm not going to give any kind of spoilers away. For those of you who haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you do. But like, it's a great season. I would say definitely, I think they got one more season, and then I think they probably got to wrap it up. And it's not because it's not great, not that it's not great, but like, it's just like sometimes you just have to go out on a high. And I think one more season to wrap things up, I think, would probably do it. If they do any kind of spin-offs or movies, I'm saying I wouldn't watch them. I might watch them. We'll see how interesting it is. But yeah, I think if you're truly like, what I like about the creators too is that like they don't like so much lately over the last couple of years is like people who, whether the director, the writer, the actors themselves, will like bash fans, and it's just like, look, I get it. Some of us have very different political beliefs. Some of us have different. Some people are just assholes. Some people are just racist assholes or misogynists, or like, oh my god, there's a woman. Oh my god, there's a person of color. It's like, fuck those people. They're stupid. But like at the same time, you have to understand that at the end of the day, whether it's streaming, whether it's a movie, a TV show, whatever, whether you're selling a theater, guess what you want? You want ass in the seats. If you just tell like 50% of people, we don't want you in the seats, well, they're not going to come then. And they're not going to watch your fucking shit show. Or they're not going to watch your show. And it's like, to me, that's dumb. Why would you insult your audience? Like, you can have whatever political beliefs you want. But like, I feel like there's too much of like weaving too much of like, as I mentioned before, my TED Talk is here. Welcome to my TED Talk, basically. And it's like, that's fine to a point, but I think you have to understand, like, when you come out and just bash fans all the time for criticizing what you put out, it's like, learn how to take criticism, It's like, I've had critiques of my acting that weren't the greatest critiques. I was just kind of like, well, whatever, it's just a review. It's like, and it wasn't that I was slamming the critics. If someone said I was wooden as shit, whatever. Okay, I'll work on that. Thanks for the note. And that's what I like about the Cobra Kai guys is that they listen to the fans. They know when the fans are happy. They know when the fans aren't happy. The fans have their theories about, this person's gonna be this or this person's gonna be this. And yeah, I mean, we do, sometimes the theories get ridiculous, like, this person is this person's first dad's, or this person's mom, and like, none of them have actually come true. It's like, this isn't Star Wars, guys, they're not all Skywalker somehow. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes Hollywood has a tendency to have this disdain for fans, and yeah, by all means, have disdain for people who are being racist assholes, like bullying actors and shit like that. Yes, have disdain for those people, but don't promote them either. When you weave them into your story and just promote them, and She-Hulk's kind of bad about this. I'm sorry, I'm standing by this. I had a discussion with this on Facebook. They thought it was great to put in there. That's fine, but like, it just feels like sometimes you're just feeding them. Because the thing is, you go back to Ghostbusters 2016 and all the hyperbolic stuff that went around that. And it's like, what you should have done was not even acknowledge those people. Because that's the thing. If you don't acknowledge people that are being toxic assholes, then they don't get any fucking press. But when you give them press, guess what? They're like, oh, cool. They paid attention to us on this. We're going to go ahead and review bomb this thing now. We're going to review bomb this thing now. We're going to be bullies and racist and pricks on Twitter because you guys are giving us all the fucking... You're just giving them fuel to the fire. And it's like, instead of just being like, well, some fans aren't going to like it. We hope everybody does. We worked hard on our movie. And we hope you enjoy it. If you don't, well, that's okay. And that's fine. We all like different things. I've mentioned before, I don't like The Office. I don't find it funny. I find it mean-spirited. The British Office was pretty decent from what I saw, but like, it's British humor trying to be Americanized. And Americanized, it just makes people sound like pricks. I think Rainn Wilson's pretty funny. And John Krasinski's a good actor. But like, and Steve Carell is too. But like, I like the people outside of The Office. I like them in stuff outside of The Office. But like, that's okay. I know a lot of people fucking love that show. They meme it all the time. That's great. I just couldn't get into it. And it's just for me. And that's okay. We have to stop being so... I didn't mean to go off on a big rant here, but like, it was supposed to be about Cobra Kai, goddammit. But it ties back together. We have to stop being afraid to criticize things. Legitimate criticisms, not, oh, this mermaid can't be black. That's stupid. It's a mermaid, for God's sakes. But like, actual criticism, like, oh, I don't really like the writing on this, or, oh, I don't like the way this character's being portrayed, and things like, or I don't like the way they've treated this character. That's legitimate criticisms. It's like, it's when you're making criticisms where you're like, oh, I don't like it, there's a woman in that, and it's like, what the hell is, like, why are you so threatened by women? What the fuck? It's like, who hurt you? Who hurt you? But like, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things, but I didn't mean to go off on that thing there. But yeah, I just think it's, I know as far as She-Hulk goes, after the first episode, I've enjoyed it more. I've accepted that it's just a comedy. That's fine. I can work with it. It's having some funny moments. I'm looking forward to Daredevil popping up. They're definitely teasing you on that for a while, though. They're not going to give him to you right away. But I've accepted it as what it is. Like, with Ms. Marvel, it was like, it wasn't the greatest show ever, but I thought the actress was good. I thought had some good moments in it that were fun. I liked the family. I think the family was really good. I liked some of the stuff, learning about what was it called? The thing with India and the British and all that. Yeah, I forgot what it was called. I mentioned it in my Mr. Marvel thing, but I thought that was well. But the main thing was the pacing with that show. But with this show, it's just like they're just going for balls to the walls comedy. Some of it's funny, some of it's kind of cringe, but that's fine. It is what it is. I hope they do more with the character, somewhat outside of the comedic route. But we'll see. I'll still give it a chance and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, Cobra Kai, fucking phenomenal. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, what else have I watched? The Boys! I finished all 3 seasons of The Boys. I want more, I want more. It's so damn good. It is such a great commentary. I mean, it's great commentary on superhero stuff and heroism and things like that. But it is definitely a great commentary on some of those psycho-conservative people. Just saying it, guys. Homelander is literally fucking Trump. It's such in the 3rd season. It's just like, if you can't read... there's people out there that I sure don't get it, that they're being mocked, It's kind of like people that would use the They Live stuff for Obama and shit like that. I'm like, you do realize what They Live was about Reaganomics, people. You do realize that, right? Maybe actually read a fucking book once in a while. But like, it's just one of those things. But like, I'll fully admit, like I said, Homelander as a character is a horrible person, but god damn it, Anthony Starr is not fucking entertaining as hell. He is probably the best reason to watch that show. And like I said, I like the whole cast. The whole cast is great. It's a great ensemble cast. There's a lot of balls to the wall craziness. It's super violent. It's super crazy, and it's so good. So like, if you've not watched The Boys yet, watch The Boys. It's super great. It is just so entertaining. I just remember this. Anna showed me this TikTok thing, and it was of the Homelander, and it's from a scene in the third season, but it's just like he's just like, I'm smarter, I'm stronger, I'm better, I am better. And when I got to the scene, because there's all these TikTok people doing it for different things, and then when I got to the scene, I just started laughing, and me and he just keep saying it all the time. It's like, I am better, I am better. But yeah, seriously, Marvel, get this guy to play a villain. Good God. He'd be perfect. If he's up for it, he may not be up for it, I don't know. But like, if he's interested, get this guy in the horn. He needs to play a villain in the Marvel universe. Because he's freaking great. So yeah, please check out The Boys if you have Amazon. So good. So good. Stargirl's also back. Watched the first 3 episodes. It's really good. It's moving along. It's kind of a slow build. Because I haven't actually referenced the Keith David voiced character that was at the end of last season. So I'm kind of interested to see how that is with Starman being back and saying he woke up in his, spoilers here if you haven't watched it, but woke up in his grave and he was alive. I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be tied into that somehow. I haven't watched the most recent episode yet. But like I said, Stargirl's a really good show. Check it out, guys. Don't let the CW thing dissuade you. It's really well done. All the characters are well written. They're likable. They have flaws and they make mistakes, which is another thing I appreciate is like characters that can make mistakes and learn from them and grow. As you know, of my previous video, I learned and grew from that experience. It's like you have to be willing to make mistakes. I think when too often there's a tendency to be like, well, I'm better than you at this, or well, I'm better than I'm stronger, I'm better. But it's like, instead of trying to make this a competition all the time of like, if it's a female character, a lot of times it's like, well, stupid male, get out of the way. It's like, that's stupid. Why are you making this man versus woman thing? Like, it's so stupid. Just make them a good, fun character, and people will like them. It's very simple, But like, yeah, that's what I like about Stargirl is it's like, she makes mistakes, Starman himself makes mistakes. It's like characters make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. You learn from them. It's called growing. If you just get everything handed to you on a silver platter, then, you learn nothing. If you get no discipline at all, you don't learn from a mistake. You don't, get disciplined and be like, oh shit, I shouldn't do that again. Then you just are entitled, and that's where you get a lot of entitled pricks out there. Welcome to my TED Talk. Anyway, yeah, so Stargirl's great. Keep watching that if you get a chance. What else did I watch? Prey. Oh my god, that movie is so freaking good. It is so good. I do not understand anyone calling it woke. That's stupid. It has a female lead, okay? That doesn't make it woke, guys. It has a majority Native American cast. That doesn't make it woke, guys. That just means we have a Native American cast and we're setting this predator in this thing. I think it was brilliant, setting in like a historic period like that, having this predator. And another thing, it was a great hero's journey too, because she doesn't immediately. It's not like she just immediately shows up, sees the predator and immediately kills him. It's like that's how some people would have written it. No, she makes mistakes. She messes up. She gets knocked out. She gets knocked around. She gets her butt kicked. And then she finally, she uses her smarts and was able to, sorry, spoilers if you have, but, is able to defeat the predator. I mean, it's kind of a thing, but, such a good movie, guys. If you're got Hulu, check it out. If it comes out on DVD, check it out, whatever the case. But Prey, one of my favorite movies of the year, up there with Nope, because Nope is still right up there, too. I also saw Top Gun Maverick, finally. Excellent movie as well. Very much an escapism film. I enjoyed it. I think it was well handled. The characters were well handled. Tom Cruise is Tom Cruise. He is what it is. As good as Maverick. Val Kilmer was in there for a little bit, so that was cool. So yeah, it's a fun movie. I think you'll really enjoy it. You just want to go out there. You're not being lectured about anything that's happening in the world. The enemy that they go after is never a named enemy. It's never like, oh, this is China or this is some other country we hate. It's like, no, it's just an unknown enemy that we're trying to stop from, doing things. But yeah, it's really good. Check out Top Gun. Highly recommend it. What else did I watch? I watch so much stuff, guys. I have so many streaming things. I watched this movie. What's it called? The Brood. It's a movie from the 70s. It's a David Cronenberg film. It is. If you are not into body horror at all, you probably won't like it. But if you can tolerate body horror, it's pretty good. It's creepy. The atmosphere is good. It's pretty good. So if you had never seen The Brood, check it out. Cronenberg is very good with the body horror stuff and just that kind of creepy element to him. I can't watch The Fly again because there's that scene where he peels the front of it. Ooh, that's just something that I just can't take it. Like I see that happen, I'm like, ooh, I have to look away. Like I can take someone getting stabbed in the eye more than I can. It's not so much someone getting stabbed in the eye, but like if it's slowly, oh god, that feeling of like, oh god, it's coming toward me. But yeah, The Brood is really good. One thing I couldn't get into, unfortunately, was a show called Hunters. It's on Amazon. It's got Al Pacino in it. It's basically like a bunch of Jewish people trying to go after Nazis that are in America. This is after World War II and all that stuff. So we're trying to hunt them down and stuff like that. It's got a good cast. Carol Kane's in it. The guy who played Ted Mosby on How I Met Your Mother is in it. The cast is fine. Nothing wrong with the cast at all. The writing, on the other hand, it feels like it wants to be Inglourious Bastards, but also be a blaxploitation or exploitation, whatever you want to call it, film, but also be kind of comic booky, but also be it just feels like, I don't know if it's based off a comic book or not. I don't know, but it has that kind of feel to it, which I usually like. But like the pacing is weird, and it jumps all sorts of. It's kind of like a Marvel movie. It jumps off. All of a sudden, there's humor. We're doing with these horrible Nazi people. But the line that just got me, that just kind of I was like, I can't even. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Is there's this FBI agent and she's in bed with her girlfriend, and she's like, "Man, have you ever read Hansel and Gretel? I always just thought it was a story, and that the witch was the bad person. But now I realize that Hansel and Gretel were like the Nazis, and the witch was like this poor Jewish woman who was just minding her own business, and they threw her in the." I'm like, what the fuck? If you actually read Hansel and Gretel and that's what you take away from it, please never read another book again because you are stupid. Hansel and Gretel is literally, if you read the goddamn book, it is literally basically, the witch is basically a child fucking predator. Let's basically set it up. She's basically trying to coerce them, feed them a bunch of food, and then fucking eat them. Okay? So it's like, she's basically a child predator, guys. So I'm sorry, you can't turn that around and be like, oh, well, the Hansel and Gretel are just Nazis. They got lost in the woods. They weren't going there specifically to torture some old woman. They were literally got lost in the woods, the trail of breadcrumbs. It's like, it's a witch, for God's sakes. It's an evil, evil witch who wants to eat children and has apparently eaten children. Maybe read Hansel and Gretel before you start writing stupid lines like that. But after that, I was just like, this is just, this isn't for me. And that's okay. If you liked it, great. I think the acting is fine. That line, I was like, I've watched a lot of stupid things. I watch a lot of CW. I've watched a lot of CW shows. I've seen some bad writing, don't get me wrong. I lived all the way through Olicity on Arrow, so I know dumb lines. But man, that was just like, there's dumb lines, and then there's just like, you are completely missing the fucking mark. Like, I've heard of turning things around in stories before, but that one was like, what the are you talking about? So yeah, me personally, can't get into it. Probably won't go back to it. I did start watching Billions. I've only watched the first episode, but that's not too bad. I like Paul Giamatti. Let's see, is there anything else I've watched? I think that's about it, guys. I think that's about it. I'll finally shut the hell up now. Cool, so you get 2 videos today, guys. I did a basic review of a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. I didn't go into full, breakdowns or spoilers and things like that. So, he didn't spoil anything. But yeah, that's what I've been watching, guys. I haven't watched Sandman yet. I'd like to check that out at some point. Umbrella Academy, my dad told me that's pretty good. I haven't checked that out yet. So there's things I'm trying to catch up on, but there's so many streaming services that I have that I'm just like, now that I have Amazon too, it's just like, I got Amazon, I got Hulu, I got Netflix, I got Disney Plus, I got HBO Max. It's like, this is so much to watch. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut up now because I said earlier that I had things to do, and then I like got off here and I'm like, I really don't have that much to do. I really do other things I needed to do. So I might do the dishes. That'd be good. All right, cool. I'm gonna shut up now. Hope you enjoyed the reviews, guys. Keep watching stuff. Entertaining. Entertainment is what we need, guys. Sometimes it's escapism. Sometimes it's not. Whatever. Learn stuff. Have fun. Live your life. Peace out.